estate to real estate. It's Money Matters with Dino.
So the number 2 thing people should do is get their paperwork in order. I'm assuming estate planning, healthcare directives, stuff like that. What do you guys know about that?
I actually have everything in place, including my funeral, after working with seniors.
Really?
I saw what was the writing on the wall, and so I'm going to take care of it now. I did it about 5 years ago, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's also a financial power of attorney for when people no longer comprehend taking care of their own bank accounts. So that's something else you're going to want to have in place for a trustworthy. It might not always be a family member. It might be another source, a dear friend, a dear neighbor. So that way, if you can't take care of yourself financially, be able to write those checks or keep that money. Because there are predators that come and call, and they send mailers. They're suckering seniors out of money, their long, hard-earned money. So you need to find a trusted advisor for that.
So you just said something that I found interesting, and I guess I find it so repulsive to even think about, but I'm assuming there's a lot of predators out there now, after you said that specifically target seniors. And they're just milking them for their money, huh?
Absolutely. They do it, it's really more intrusive than you'd think, because they will go as far as to find out what the names of your grandchildren are, and they'll call you up and say, oh, hey, this is Johnny, and when you're older, Johnny might sound like a lot of different people. This is Johnny, your grandson. I need $3,000 or $4,000. I'm stuck somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
And I've read stories like this, and it happens. We do a lot of work with different local council on aging and different senior centers, and so I've been hearing a lot of stories lately of what they do to get the money out of the seniors, and sometimes it's not your whole portfolio. It's thousands of dollars here, thousands of dollars there, and it still hurts the same. Talking a little bit about Noelle was talking about, and what you had mentioned too about getting paperwork in order. I mean, there is a list of things that I always check with my seniors when we're working with their mortgages. I always want to find out if they have a will in place. Believe it or not, a lot of them don't have a will in place, and we've had clients pass away in the middle of our transactions, and all of a sudden, and this just happened a week ago, that we had one pass away and they didn't have a will, and their kids are now fighting over the house. They've had to get attorneys involved. It got ugly within a couple of days, and so please just make sure that you are talking to attorneys, or you're getting a simple will put in place to handle some of those things. We can't really get too much into how the trusts work and all those things, but just get that in place. Things like IRAs, pension plans, annuities, life insurance policies, those things all have beneficiaries on them. And a beneficiary is designed so you don't have to have that will in place, but you need to have the right beneficiaries on those things. So maybe somebody passed away, maybe mom passed away and didn't take mom off the beneficiary on that IRA, put the kid on there. Make sure those things get done.
That's great advice.
And you shouldn't be a senior citizen getting those things done. If you own a house, if you have children, you should have this all in place now.
That is great advice.
The power of attorneys, you can get what's called a springing power of attorney, which only goes into effect if something happens to you, as opposed to a durable power of attorney, which is the whole time. So that gives you a little protection that someone just can't sign for you anytime you want. Yep. It has to be when some type of incapacity.